Good morning, field supervisors and principals. This is Wes Hickey, Dean of the College of Education and Psychology at UT Tyler and IC Belize team member. We did the training not too long ago and talked a little bit about trust and building trust within the individual you're working with. And I want to really emphasize that now, and we have a lot of different ways to try to build trust, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. But the reason trust is so important is because unless you have that trust with the individual you're working with, you're much less likely to have an impact that you want to have with them and improve their teaching. And bottom line is that you've got to make sure you create an environment in which there is psychological safety, where the individual feels like they can be very candid with you when they talk about their teaching, where it feels like they can make mistakes, but they also have the opportunity to improve upon that. But that psychological safety component is really important, and it's very hard to have that if you don't have that trust in place. And how do you build it? Well, first of all is following through with whatever you say. If you're going to say you're going to be someplace, make sure you do it. We talk a lot about very early on when you have conferences is kind of talk and get to know them a little bit. Have a little bit of small talk, but find out where they're from and remember those things. Little small things such as making sure that when they do well that they are complimented for what they're doing, because that is something that really kind of lets them know that you're on their side as they go through. Now, it doesn't mean you be less rigorous. It means that you want them to be the best they can be, but you've got to create that what Stephen Covey might call an emotional bank account. You've got to make sure that you follow through with things, that you compliment when it's supposed to be. All those little things make a really big difference so that when you work with the individual, you can really make that difference. Anyway, as we always say here, inspire and educate, be an architect of human potential.